2,000 people. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you to those who were with me from the start, and thank you to those willing to stick with me till the end. I've been blessed with my dream job of being able to entertain an audience through my art, and I'd be nothing without you all. Anyway, I've been getting this video request for years now, and I know this trend has pretty much died off, but as a celebration to this milestone, here's my story so far. It begins in Galveston, Texas, where I was born into a crazy time period. Though I don't remember this, at the time I had stayed with an aunt alongside my 2 brothers and 2 twin sisters. But after months of having us, she eventually handed me over to my grandparents, who drove me to stay with my Aunt Shelly in Denver, Colorado. We stayed with her for about 2.5 years, and it was in those years that my older brother had been sent back to Texas to stay with a foster family due to his behavior and misguidance. After a while, things began to change in the household, and soon my aunt had to sadly send my brother and my 2 sisters into an adopted family, as well leaving me to be given to my grandparents, which I've been staying with ever since. Luckily for me, all this happened before school. And it was in the 8 years I spent in Pinewood Elementary that I grew fond of drawing and becoming a small-time artist. But it wasn't until 5th grade that I realized my newfound creativity was writing. After my first relationship broke me, I began to write, and it was soon after that I realized my creativity and passion for writing short stories came from that one experience I had. Though it wasn't intentionally supposed to make me a writer, it definitely gave me a big boost that I'll never forget. Then came time for middle school. Going into an upper class was hard for me, especially after spending so many years at the same school. It took me a long time to get used to my surroundings. And you know a bit of that story already. Things were okay at first, and then the Fire Nation attacked. I completely ruined my own middle school experience. I was literally one of the most hated kids at our school, and it was my reputation that I gave myself. And after a long time of being called names and being disrespected, I soon believed that what they were saying was true, and I played that role up until the end of my 8th grade year. By this time, I was tired of it, and I began throwing shade at everyone, ready to fight when need be. Luckily for me, that it didn't come to that, but I don't know. And then came my freshman year. It was around this time that I started being able to hang around my dad and grow from him, and for the most part it was hard because my friends that I had acquired over the years prior were either at a different school or they were just in different crowds. And yeah, at first it wasn't like that, but over the next couple years that's exactly what happened. I felt quite alone. And like every YouTube animator, I didn't and still don't really feel like I fit in, especially not with my girlfriend's crowd. I once heard a quote that I could be my own group and that I'm wherever the party's at, but then I thought, nah. In January 2017, I met up with an old animator buddy of mine, and together we recreated an old name that I tried using back in 2015 with my old YouTube channel and called it Animation Imprint. After that, everything just made sense from there. My channel went from 223 subscribers to 400 subscribers. I was getting taller. I had a best friend that I had a crush on. Life was pretty good. My sophomore year was on the rocks up until March 2018. I had won several awards in graphic design, and it was announced all over Twitter. It was enough to make my future girlfriend proud of me. On April 16th, it was announced that my art would be held at the governor's house, which I was very proud of myself for. And it was also announced that my crush had a crush on me. 2 days later, on the 18th, I asked her out. Yay! Relationship, honeymoon stage, got comfortable, and we've been together ever since. In this 1 year, I've made a couple good friends because of her. Some you've seen in past animations I put out, like Dylan, Bree, and many others. It's been 2 years of hardship and good memories that have unfolded in the most amazing way. I hope to make many more with you guys. I'm still young, and at this point I just want to have fun and see where Imprint gets me. And now, 2 years later, here we are. Over 2,000 of you, still supporting me, still haven't unsubscribed. I've met some amazing people throughout this journey, and I hope to meet many more. I don't know exactly where I'll be in the next 2.5 years, but let's just hope I'm doing what I still love to do. And that's to entertain you all in some form or another. Yep.